Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be discussing unit number 3, that is functions. We have already discussed unit number 1, in which we learned about basics of Python. We learned what is variable, statement, and all such things. In unit number 2, we learned about conditionals and iterative statements. In conditionals, we learned if, else, elif, and all those things. And in the iterative statement part, that is also known as looping, we learned about while loop, for loop, and nested loop, and a very bit of encapsulation and generalization. So now let's learn unit number 3 and let's start our day. So in unit number 3, we will be discussing functions and recursion. In functions and recursion, we will learn about function calls, type conversion, and coercion, math function, adding new function, parameter and argument, recursion, and its uses. Let's start our video without any delay. Let us start this lesson. In the first part, we will be discussing introduction to functions. Let me open VS Code itself. So let's start our class student. So first of all, what's function? A function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. So function, we will be defining function by the def keyword, and then we will write the function name, and below the function we will write what the function performs. So you can understand a function is a pre-written program in which we need to just give the value and we will get the output. So it's kind of a machine. For example, in a shredding machine, if you know, you will put wheats and you will be getting flour. So function is just a kind of machine. So so function is a machine over here. You will be giving values to this function and you will be getting the desired output. I hope you are clear with this. And with time, I will be creating function and I will show you what it is. So why should we use function? First of all, reusability. We can write once and you can use it many times. Organization, it will break our complex problems into smaller pieces. Readability, it makes the code easier. And most important, maintainability. If you fix the bugs in one place, the whole program will execute perfectly, because whenever we will be using function, we just call the function and function is written only once for a specified task. And if there is any issue in that function, just we will change the logic of the function, or if there is any syntax error, so we will correct it. And after the values we give, it will give the desired output for all of them. So this is the one of the biggest use in case of function. But when you do normal programming without the use of function, if you have mistake at any place, then you need to go there and do the change. But when you use function, so just change the function and your result will be rectified in all the places wherever that very function is called. So here a very good example is given here. So function is like a recipe. You write the recipe once and you cook the food any number of times you want. So that's all. So now let's come to function call. So I said that you will call the function and it will give you the output. So what's function call? So function call is to tell when you need to execute that very function. Function won't be executed by its own. We need to call it. And how will you call? So given syntax is function name and arguments. I will talk about arguments in the coming part of the video. For example, for now, just have a look over it. So examples of function we already use. So print is a function in which print we are passing hello in the argument. Len is another function which gives the length of a string. So here 6 will be printed as the length is 6. Type is another function which gives the data type. So here it will print integer. I hope you remember it in the first unit. I had taught you multiple times about how will you know the data type by type function, and input function is used to get input from the user. So this part we have how the function call works. So whenever you give any value to the, so let me just make a very small function. Just I won't explain right now. I will explain in the coming part. So here I have made a small function named greetings, and what will greeting function do? It will print hello, come to the video, welcome to the video. So what is calling that I was saying multiple times? So calling is nothing, writing the function name greetings, and this is calling. So right now I called it, so it must print whatever is written inside it. Hello, welcome to the video. So now let's say I will write here print today is Monday, and I am not calling the function. So what happens? We got no output regarding the function because it was not called. So why will it give any output? So I hope. So this machine was only giving output when there was some input. So input, you can say that when I called this function, therefore only I was getting. So here the working principle of function is given here. So whenever you call the function, Python pauses the current flow of program. For example, I call function greeting over here. So Python will go to line number 1 and it will check, okay, a function is given here. Then it will go to line number 4 and see now the function is being called. So Python will again go to line number 1 and see that where is greeting function, and it will print the output. And then after doing so, it will again go to line number 5 and then it will print today's Monday. Let's see. Yes, that's the output. Then it will jump to the function, then it will execute and return. It will return whatever the result is. If there is no return, then no issue. It won't return anything. Python comes back where it is left out, possibly with the result. So a tip is given over here. These are deep insights for beginners. So when you call a function, Python temporarily leaves your main program, does some work inside the function and returns to continue. So this is the same thing I explained you over here. The flow of execution, it is known as flow of execution. Python will directly go to, for example, after here I will write print yesterday was Sunday. So after line number 3, it will go to line number 4. After line number 4, it will again go to line number 1 where the greeting function is present. If greeting function was, let's say, line number let's change this greeting function to someone over here and print hi. So whichever place the greeting function is there, it will go to that very place and then it will return whatever the function does, and then it will go to next line as used by interpreter language. That's all. So see, we're getting the same. So this was the thing that was written here. Now come to the type conversion and coercion. So multiple times we have already used this thing. So type conversion is what? When you change the data type of any variable or any value to another data type. So type conversion is when you manually change one data type to another using built-in functions. So integer, so it will change any data to integer format. Make sure to do uh, the type conversion when the nature of data is same. If you will try to convert hello to integer, it won't be converted. For example, in this case, integer, in the integer there is 25 written over here, so it is getting in string format there was 25, so you are getting 25. But if you will write integer hello, it will throw an error. Let me show the same. Print so invalid literal for int with base 10 high. So whenever you do so, it won't it will throw an error, and that error will be value error because the value that data allows is different. Float, also known as decimal number. So whenever you will use float, so the data type will change to float, or you can say decimal. So here float is used. So whatever is within the quotes, the data type is string. So here in quotes, 3.14 is written, but we are writing float over here, and then it is being changed to 3.14. Whichever we are doing by force means we manually is doing something, that is known as explicit type conversion. Then comes string. So str function, str converts to string. For example, here str 100 will make this 100 that was earlier integer, now it will be string. Why string? Because now you are using the str function and you can clearly see it is within quotes. Bool is a boolean expression, that is true or false. So bool 1 is true, that's all. List is another data type offered by Python. So list will convert a string into list. So we will be learning you will be learning this in coming units. Tuple is another immutable data type. This all things will be discussed later. So example is given here. So what we are doing here in this example, we are converting string to integer. So here we have been given age integer 25. So we can see that here it is within quotes. So the default data type for this is so in the beginning the data type of this was string. Then we have written int. So now the data type will change to integer. So and then we are writing age plus 5. So the basically inside what happened, now age has become 25 in integer format. So 25 plus 5 and the output is 30. Let's check the same in VS Code. So we are getting 30. That's right. In the second example, we are converting integer to string. So score is equals to 85. So the data type here is integer. Let me write int. We are writing now your score is str score. So by string writing str function and then we are writing score. So now the data type has changed to string, and then we are performing the concatenation operation. So what is concatenation? Concatenation is joining of two string, two or multiple string. So this both will combine together. We have learned this in our previous videos. What is concatenation? What is repetition of string? In example number third, we are converting float to integer. So float to integer. So float means there was some decimal and no decimal right now. So what happened? Pi, we are taking any variable named pi, and where we are using the int function, and inside int 3.99 is written over here. So int does what? It truncates the decimal. So it will remove the decimal part no matter what, and then it will just display the integer part. So in here it is displaying 3. I will run both of them in VS Code and show you the output. Your score is 85 as shown here, and here the desired output is 3. Let's check the same. We are getting the same. Now comes coercion. So coercion is implicit. So implicit is by default. We are not doing anything. No manual work is done here. So everything is automatic over here. You can say that. Coercion is when Python automatically converts one data type to another without your asking. So where is coercion done? It is done by Python itself. But when is explicit data type conversion done? So explicit data type conversion is done by humans. Whenever we manually change the data type of the variable or any value. Example here, when you will add integer and float together, the result will be float. Whenever you will multiply integer and float, the result will be float. So here we have been given here result is equals to 5 plus 2.5. So answer will be 7.5. Let me show some another. Let me do it practically over here itself. So A is equals to 5, B is equals to 10, and C is equals to 2.0. Let's consider 2.0. What do you think the answer will be? 100? Then you are wrong if any of you are thinking is the answer will be 100. The answer will be 100.0. Let's check the same. 100.0. Why 100.0? Because the C variable had the data type float, because we had decimal over here. Because of C variable, the product's data type changed. This is an example of implicit data type. We have been given here another example. Integer plus boolean gives integer. So 10 plus true, that is, if you remember, I had said that in digital logics, true is represented by 1 and false is represented by 0. The same thing is going over here, result plus true. So remember from digital logics that so true holds which value? 1. So true 10 plus 1, what will be? 10 plus 1, it will give 11. I am writing a note as well for you. In digital logic, true is represented by I hope it will be helpful to you, and I want to make one thing clearer. So whenever you will be using any programming language, the same will be true in everywhere. True will be represented by 1 and false by 0. The interpretation never changes. You won't find any programming language in which other method is used. So let me run the same in Python, and you will be getting 11. Now coming to this part, float plus boolean float, because 5.5 plus false. So what I said, false means 0. So 5.5 plus 0 will give 5.5. I hope you did this by yourself, and let me verify the same in VS Code. And yes, the answer is true. Again, a deep insight for beginners. So here we have got that you cannot coerce incompatible data types, else it will give you value error or type error. It depends on the situation. So it's the same written here that you can't combine two data types. That example, you will try to convert high to integer or float, then these both are two different data types, completely different natures. So this will definitely throw error. That's what written here. Now let's come to the math function. So in the last unit we had learned about random module. So similarly, while using a math function, we will be importing the math module in the same manner. If you remember the syntax was import and then the function name that you want to module name. So it will go like import math. So math function will do what? Math function offers you the operations that you perform in math. For example, factorial, minimum, maximum, power, that is indices, and all other things. We will look in detail in this manner. And one wonderful thing, there will be a few constants. For example, pi, that is 22 by 7. So 22 by 7 is not pi, to be honest. Pi is basically circumference by diameter, if I am not wrong. C by D. And this using pi, you will get the exact value. It won't be exact, but it will be precise up to a great amount. So let me, before going ahead, let me show this. So let me import first of all math function, and let me show you import. So as taught in earlier class, you need to import this. If you won't import, it will show error. Now let me print math dot which function let me use. Let me use max 3, 4. So max function will return you the highest. I guess module math has new. What was the issue? There is some issue over here. Let me fix that. Let me check with another. So it is working with pi completely fine. Maybe there was some issue with my code. So let's deal with this. What does ABS do? ABS gives the absolute value. That is absolute value, if you will know. So in mathematics, we represent absolute value by two straight lines. So anything inside this is always positive, either 0 or positive. So same does the absolute. For example, if you will write math.abs -5, the result will be 5 itself. I think, let me fix this for a while. So the issue was that maths offer, we can do ABS and max without importing math module. That was the reason. There was some changes. So now it must be working. Now FABS stands for floating absolute. And if you want to use ABS, you can simply use ABS. There was no issue in that. So for all this, we need not import math module, but it's recommended. Similarly, for max, it will give you the maximum of two numbers, minimum the minimum of two numbers, minimum between two numbers. Power function will give you the exponential that we had learned, but it does the same work that of exponential. You can use a double asterisk instead of POW. Round will round your to the nearest integer. So SQRT will this give you the square root. Math.ceil will round up because there is a good mnemonics to learn this. So in a room, ceiling is always in top, therefore it will always round up. And math.floor, it will always, floor in a room is always in down, so it will round down. I hope you are clear with this. Let me check if this works. This must work. So math.floor, where is floor? Floor is in ground, so ground where? In down. So 3 must be the answer. Let's check the same. Yes, 3. And now let me change into ceil. So where is ceil in a building? In a room, ceiling is always in top, so the answer must be 4. Math.sinx will give you the value of sine in radians, and cos, you will be writing here radians. So there are two methods of degree measuring angle, either in degree or in radian. 180 degrees equals to pi radian. This is for natural log, and that is log with base e or 10. It depends what you are using. And then there is factorial function. So factorial is nothing but for example, what is factorial? Factorial is the product of the number that it has been come through. For example, 5 factorial will give you is the product of 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 Similarly, 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So what is n factorial? N factorial is n into n minus 1, n minus 1 factor, n minus 1, and you will go likewise till you reach 1. By the way, I want to teach you something. The 0 factorial is 1 and 1 factorial is also 1. We will be using this in recursion. So we have done with this. We have been given here some examples. So the first example goes like we need to calculate the area of circle, and how will you do so? So area of circle. Area of circle, if any of you remember, is given by 2 pi r or square. Let me give, yes. So area of circle will be given by 2 pi r square. So it's the same 2 pi r square. Math dot it's pi r square. Sorry, it's 2 pi r is the I think circumference. So how will you do calculate this? So in order to calculate this, you need to import math module, and then you can directly write here name a variable r, and let me give the value float data type and enter the radius, and then we will find the area. Area is equals to pi r square. So how will you write pi? Math dot pi into r. So r square can be written like this as well. R into r will give you r square, or you could have written r double asterisk 2, or you could have used power function. It all depends on you what you are using. So area, we will print the area. So let's check the same. Let's give 10. So the answer will be 3.14. So how it is 3.14? So 10 into 10 will give you 100, and 3.14. So 2 decimal will go to the right side, and you will be getting this answer. If you want to truncate the number of decimal, then you can use f string and dot to f. There are other methods for truncating as well. Here we are given a hypotenuse. So Pythagoras theorem goes like a square plus b square is equals to the length of hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So you will be using this. Therefore, rounding up and rounding down, seal will round up because in a room the ceiling is always in top, and floor will round down because the floor is always in down. So 2.1 seal, so it will go up. So output will be 3. 2.9 floor, it will go down. Let me show you this with different values also. Print. Let me import math module. Import math. So 4.5, and we have given here floor. So where it should go? Where is floor? Floor is in down. So it will truncate this decimal part. So the answer will be 4. Let's check the same. The answer is 4. Now let's change this to seal. Where is seal? Seal is in top. So 4.5 will go to the next integer. What is the next integer? It's 5. And we got the result. What if we write 4.1111? The result will be then also 5. I taught you this in a very good manner. So alternate import method from math import as. So these are all given how you can import a specific function itself. So you can go through this, although it's not that good. So alias is used for you can say nickname or alias shortcut or something likewise. So instead of the full name, you can use this. If you are do have friends, then you may call your friends by nickname. For example, you have a friend named Ramesh. But you may say that Ramu. So yes, Ramesh and Ramu are both the same person, that is known as LIC. So let's come to the part number 2 of the unit. And part 2 we will learn creating your own functions. So in the beginning of the video, I had created one function named greeting to show you. Now we will learn this in a detailed manner. So function definition syntax. So we will be writing the def keyword to define the key that we are starting a function. Then we will write here function name. So the rules for function name is same as that of the rules for naming variables or any other identifier, that you cannot start with numbers. You can only start with A to Z or underscore and all those things. You can't use a space in between or any special character like @ dollar or any other things. Then you will be writing parameter here. So parameter is what? Placeholder. I will be teaching you this in a detailed manner. For example, you just understand, we will pass some value over here. We will write some value. Then we will write doc string. So doc string is nothing. It is a type of comment. Basically, we will describe here what our function will do. Then we will describe in typing. So means it's not the actual logic. It's just writing what it will do. For example, we will write like this. It will print our greeting or somewhat like this. Like for example, we have made a function that will give us the output as roots of quadratic equation. So in doc string format, we will write this function will give you the roots of quadratic equation. It will give you discriminant. So we can just write what it does. Then we will write the function body. That is the logic, and do something. And finally, we will write a return. It is optional in nature. If you will return, then the value gets written, and after the return line, no further line will be executed. That return will mark the end of the function. And if you don't write return, then no value will be written. The return type will be none. Nothing would be written. So writing return is completely optional. It's up to you. If you want to use the value in later of the program, so return will be used. As not, we will learn return in the coming part of the video, or in next video, whatever is feasible. So we learned about keywords. So def is used for keyword, then function name. So it will follow the same rule as that of identifier. Parenthesis containing parameter. It is optional as well. You can give parameter or you cannot give. It's all up to you. And then colon will start indentation. All codes inside the function must be indented 4 space. It's the uniform indentation. So now let's see the first function. So let me shift to VS Code now. So let me create the greeting function again. We will write the def keyword, then we will write the function name. And I will teach you both parameter, what's parameter in this function itself. Print. So we have declared we have named our function greeting, and what does our greeting function do? It will print this very line, welcome to the video. So whenever greeting will be called, we will be getting this line printed as number of times we want. We will call it. So let's call, first of all, let's call once, and we are getting this welcome to the video. Now we will call it twice. So 2 times the same function will be called, and we will get the output. So yes. Now let's say that I will teach you parameter soon. Let me give the other examples as well. So parameter with one function. Perfect. So now I will teach you parameter. So what if you want to write someone's name over here, or anything that changes for everyone? So you can do so by the name. That is parameter. So parameter is like a placeholder. Now, as we have come to this part of the video, so let me explain now what's parameter and argument. So while defining a function, we will write placeholder or parameter. Okay, so parameter will be written using the def keyword, and argument are the real parameter that is passed. So for example, you have ordered something from Flipkart. So when your order will reach your city, it will be delivered to you, to your home. So it is perfectly correct, this statement. So now you ordered one bicycle. So when the bicycle will reach to your city, it will be delivered to your home. But what did I say a few minutes ago? When you order something, when you place an order, the order will reach your city and then the order will come to your home. But now I said that you bought bicycle from Flipkart. The bicycle came to your city and then you got the bicycle at your home. So order was a placeholder. So instead of order, you can order anything: bicycle, shoe, laptop, phone, or anything, whatever you want. So the statement was, when order will arrive your city, delivery executive will reach your home and deliver the order. But is the statement changing when I am saying that you bought shoe? So when the shoe will arrive your city, delivery executive will pick your shoe from the warehouse and then he will deliver to your home. Am I saying two different things? So no, I am not saying two different things. All I am saying that instead of order, I am saying now shoe. So order is not something that you can collect. What's order? So inside order there will be something, let's say one shoe, one book, or one copy, one laptop, one phone, one earphone, one pen, or anything what you want, a pair of jeans or anything. Did you understand? So what is placeholder? Placeholder is something, it's for general. So for example, any value can be passed. So in order, whatever you wish, you can buy. So whatever you wish, you will buy, and that will come to your city. When it comes to your city, the delivery boy will come and give you at your home. I hope you are clear with this. So now we are writing name. So any name that will come here, that will be used. If it allows, then it will be used. So now I will change it to F string and write so now what changes have I made in this program? So I have written now dear name. So F string dear name. So any value that will be passed to name, that will be printed over here. Welcome to the video. So now let's say your name is Lashmi. So it will print dear Lashmi, welcome to the video. Let's check the same. Dear Lashmi, welcome to the video. Now let's say Rahul. Now Rahul is your friend and Rahul is watching this video. So I will print the same. Dear Rahul, welcome to the video. Now both of them is getting printed. Why twice? Because we are calling the function two times. Therefore, it is being printed twice. Now let's say Geeta. Geeta is watching the video now. So it will print, Dear Geeta, welcome to the video. Dear Geeta, welcome to the video. I hope you are clear with this. So anything instead of name. So in place of name, anything what you will write in place of name. So now let's say Mohit. So I am writing Mohit in place of name. I am not writing instead of name. I am writing in place. So your order can have anything, whatever you want to buy. A pair of shoe, a pair of socks, laptop, phone, charger, anything. So dear Mohit, welcome to the video. Now we are passing the value Mohit in the place of name. So now name is having value Mohit. Therefore we are getting Mohit. So in the top there is placeholder or parameter. Parameter is kind of placeholder. It can hold anything. And what is Mohit? Mohit is argument, real value that we are passing. So we have dealt with this. So I will talk about written in a better manner. So what I explained right now was this. Let me teach you written also, written in very simple manner. I will teach written in a better manner in the coming part of the video. So what does return do? Return statement just returns the operation whatever we do. It's up to us what we want to return. So for example here def add, so we are defining a function named add, and which takes two parameters a and b. Result is another variable that is doing a plus b, so it performs summation, and then we are returning result. So the sum is being being given over here. So then we are calling naming variable sum is equals to add. So what is add doing? Add is a function. It is calling this very function add 5 3. So a is having the value 5 and b is 3, having 3, and then we are printing over here, printing this sum. So output is 8. So the return is basically it returns the result. I will talk about return in a better manner in the coming part of the video. Now let's discuss parameter and argument. Parameter are the variables in the function definition that receives value. They act like placeholders, I just said, and argument are the actual values that you pass while calling the function. So perfect example I gave right now. What will you order? Anything that you order from Flipkart will come to your city. When it comes to your city, delivery boy will collect that from warehouse and he will collect the order and give it to you. So instead of order, means what you will order? You order a pair of shoes. That shoe will come from, let's say, Delhi. From Delhi it came to your city. So let's say you stay in Kolkata. So it came to Kolkata. When the shoes came to Kolkata, the delivery boy will go to the Kolkata warehouse. It will collect the shoes and then it will go to your home and he will deliver you. So instead of order, so in order, what did you order? So you order shoe. So likewise you can order anything. So parameter is placeholder. So you can keep any value in parameter. And what is argument? Argument is the value that you kept. I hope you are clear with this. Now let me teach you types of argument. Positional argument. So what's positional argument? Let me copy the same from here. So what's position? So English word position means sequence in the same manner. So positional argument is the argument which passes the argument in the same manner as that of the parameter. So here we have created a function named introduce, in which we have three parameter name, age and city, and then we are print name is name. So for example Mohit is 32 years old and lives in Kolkata. So this is getting printed. So in a positional parameter, so here name will have the value of Shyam. So the first will have the value of first, second will be second, and third will be third. So it will make the pair 1 to 1, first position to first position, second position to second position, third position to third position. For example, I will write introduce. Let me call the function introduce. Now let me write name as 25, Mohit and Kolkata. So what will be the output be? What I said, first position to first position. So now name will be having 25. It won't, Python can't understand that 25 is not a name. It will just check that by what the value name is having. So name is having 25. What the value age is having? Age is having Mohit. What value city is having? City is having Kolkata. So what it will print? 25 is Mohit's years old living in Kolkata. I know this is wrong, but this is the thing that will get printed. So this is positional output. So let me correct it and make it right now. So we will write Mohit. Why Mohit? Because the first value here, it is first placeholder, that is first parameter, it is name. So Mohit. Now age let's say 25, and Kolkata, that is the last or the third parameter. So Mohit is 25 years old and lives in Kolkata. I hope you are clear with this. Now comes keyword argument. So keyword argument is specified by parameter names, does not matter, order does not matter. Let's learn this from the same example. So we have been given here def, that is introduce the same function I have written. So what's keyword function? Keyword function will check this name. So it will find name. Where is name? So name Emma. Then it will find age. So what is age? Age is 30. What is city? City London. So in keyword argument, let me go through the definition. It is specified by parameter name. Order does not matter. So we will be writing, the syntax will always be like, we will write the parameter name and then the value passed. So let me write it here. So now I hope you got it. So what's the parameter name? Name. So name is value, having value Emma. So what? So now name is having Emma. So name. So it made a match. Wait, let me just take this from here to whiteboard. What I said right now. What is the thing it will do? Parameter name, value pass. This is the syntax. The syntax is parameter name and value pass. So it will make a pair of this. Let me come to the actual code now. So what's the parameter name? Parameter name is name over here. Name is the, let me choose some better. Parameter name is name. What is the value passed? So value passed is Emma. So this is the same thing. What is the parameter name? Age. What is the value passed? 30. So age will hold now 30. Now third parameter name is city. What is city holding? London. So I hope you are clear with this. So what will it print? It will print, let's see. Let's first dry run this. So it will print f is equal to name Emma. So Emma is 30 years old and lives in London. So that's the same thing we are getting over here. Let me give you a problem now. So the name I have passed Kasi. So I will show the pairing again to you. So pairing will go like name. So name Kashi. So the pair is formed here. Age 30. Here age is in string format. Why string? Because I have written age in quotes, quotations. City Lucknow. So Kasi is 30 years old and lives in Lucknow. We are getting the same thing. So now we will go to the default parameter. So default parameter with default value. So it is optional argument. So what happens? So for example, if nothing is passed, then it will use the default ones. So let me explain you this piece of code. So the question goes like the program goes like def greet name greeting is equals to hello. So if no greeting is passed, let me first ask you a few questions. What is the function name? Greet. Why greet? The thing after return. The def is the function name. How many parameters? Two. How to? Because in the first line you can say inside braces there are two things written, name and greet. I hope you are clear with this now. What is doing? It is printing a message that is in F string greetings and hello. So now let me explain default argument. So in default argument, when nothing is passed, then it will take greeting will take the value hello. So when there is no parameter passed, so default value will be hello. Is there the same working principle with name? No, you always need to pass a name. So first here we have someone has passed Alice. We will solve this part later. So what do you think it must print? So name Alice. Remember one thing. Always and always you will write positional argument first of all. Then you will write the letters. So first positional. Why positional? If you don't write the positional first and you write the keyword or any other, it will create a problem because place positional follows the sequence and then the sequence will be hindered and it will give you wrong uh, output or it may not work as well. So what will be getting here? Allies. So name will now get the value allies and greetings the default value because no value is passed in greetings. So we will get hello allies. So let me change it to sham and now we are passing another. What do you think the answer will be now? So name we have passed sham and greetings. Although here it is hello, so hello will only be printed when nothing will be there. So what is default? Default. So default in programming language means from beginning. And greetings, good morning. So we will get good morning, Sham. Good morning, Sham. I hope you are done with this. So now let's see what's written over here. Deep inside for beginners. Parameter with default must come after parameter without default. So the same thing that we discussed right now. So default it already has something, so it must come later. And first parameter without default. It was a rule, so it will throw syntax error when you do so. So here what you are doing, so you are writing uh, a greeting hello and then name. So this is the parameter without with default. So you are writing this earlier and then you are writing parameter without default. So therefore it is returning error. So first of all you will write non-default then default. So let's change this and write name then greeting welcome. So this will work perfectly now. Why we are not getting any result? Because we are not calling the function. Let's call the function. Let's give a, so now I will simply run it. What will it print? So what was our function expecting? It had two parameter. One is mandatory in nature and one optional, whether you give or you do not give, it all upon you. So it was at least expecting one parameter, but we haven't passed even a single. So what it will show? It will definitely show error. Let's see. So greeting missing one required positional argument name. So it's saying the same thing, that you must have passed some name over here. So let's use keyword argument and assign name is equals to Dinesh. So now name we have given some name over here and greetings by default. So Dinesh, welcome. This must be the output. Dinesh, welcome Dinesh. So first of all, we are calling greetings. So welcome Dinesh. Now let's change the name to Sham. So the output will be welcome Sham. Now we will write positional. Whenever you want to write keyword, then it by default be positional. Let me write Sham in string, definitely. So the output will be welcome Sham. Welcome Sham. We are getting the expected output. Argument passing examples. So we have been provided here a few examples. So looking in the this one. So here we are creating a function named create profile, which is having three parameter. Parameter first is name, then age and city, in which parameter name is not default, so it is not having any default value, so it is mandatory. We always need to pass this. Then age is having by default value 18 and city unknown. So this is not the right approach, although it is been provided. So profile is equals to, you are writing an f string, name is equals to name, age and something. So and then you are writing a return profile. So it will return the profile. So whenever you will encounter return, so the best practice is to write create any variable, say detail is equals to create profile, and then you will pass value, let's say Sham, and then you will print detail. Then only you can see the output. So name Sham, age 18, city unknown. What if you don't do this part and you will directly call detail? Sorry, this is not the function name. Create. So it will definitely run, but it won't show you anything because the value is written. So type error missed. Oh, we didn't give anything. So let me give here Sham. So now this will run, but we are not getting the output. Why you are not getting? Because it is returning the value, but we are not able to see this. Why? Because we must use print statement so that we can view what's being returned. So different ways of calling. So you can name this. These are the examples in which they are passing different values. So we have done this part. So function is relatively new to all of you. So please go through the notes, whatever I have taught here, and we will do from written values in the next session. That's all for today. Thank you. If you have any feedback regarding this lecture or any doubt, please drop the same in the comment section. I will go through it, and you must revise whatever concepts I have taught you today. Thank you.